Imagine for a moment, living in a place where food and water are so scarce that you might have to resort to grinding animal fodder just to have something to eat. This is the reality for over 500,000 people in Gaza today. In the heart of the Middle East, the Gaza Strip is under siege. This is not a new story, but the level of violence, deprivation, and humanitarian crisis has reached unprecedented heights. The situation escalated dramatically on October 7, 2023, when the Israeli regime launched an attack, an onslaught that continues to this day. This attack, however, is not a solitary act of aggression. It is part of an ongoing genocide, backed with full military and political support from the United States. The human cost of this conflict is staggering. Over 25,000 Palestinians have lost their lives. The majority of these victims are women and children, innocent civilians caught in the crossfire of a conflict they did not choose. But the death count, as horrifying as it is, only tells part of the story. The living conditions in Gaza are dire. Essential resources are scarce, and the people are left to their own devices to survive. The scarcity of food is so severe that people are forced to grind animal fodder, a food source meant for livestock, not humans. The siege has not only taken lives, but also hope. The people of Gaza are trapped, with no safe areas to seek refuge. Despite the escalating crisis, the Israeli regime and the United States claim that safe areas exist across the coastal territory. But the reality on the ground tells a different story. As the siege continues, international organizations are being urged to declare northern Gaza a famine zone. Yet, despite the escalating crisis, there are no safe areas in Gaza. The people, their resilience tested to the limit, continue to endure, waiting for the world to take notice, to take action. In the face of such overwhelming adversity, the Palestinian resistance movement, Hamas, is fighting back. These are not just soldiers on a battlefield, but individuals standing up for their right to live, their right to exist. The resilience of the Palestinian people, led by Hamas, is a testament to their indomitable spirit and their refusal to surrender in the face of adversity. Hamas, as the voice of the Palestinian resistance, is not only fighting on the ground, but is also working tirelessly to bring international attention to the humanitarian crisis unfolding in Gaza. They have called out the Israeli regime and the US for their role in the ongoing siege and the resulting massacres. The cries of injustice are loud, clear, and echo across the world. Yet the question remains, who is listening? The resistance isn't confined to Gaza alone. It has sparked a fire that has spread across borders, igniting the spirit of resilience in other nations. Iraqi and Yemeni resistance movements, in solidarity with their Palestinian brothers and sisters, have conducted retaliatory strikes against Israeli and American targets. This display of unity and defiance sends a powerful message to the world that oppression will not be tolerated and justice will be sought. Yet the struggle of the resistance is not just against the aggressors. It's a struggle against time, against the rapidly deteriorating conditions in Gaza, against the growing specter of starvation and death. Every day is a battle not just for survival, but for the very essence of humanity. But the resistance marches on, fueled by hope and determination. As Hamas official Osama Hamdan stated, after 108 days of this Zionist-American war against the Gaza Strip, the enemy has failed to achieve any of its aggressive goals. These words are not just a statement of defiance, but a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Palestinian people and their unyielding resolve to fight for their rights, their land, and their lives. Despite the odds, the resistance continues. The situation in Gaza is dire, but it is not hopeless. There are things that we, as global citizens, can do to help. The power of information is immense, and we can harness this power to shed light on the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Social media platforms are a powerful tool that we can use to amplify the voices of the silenced and to make their stories heard. By sharing posts, tweeting about the situation, and engaging in online discussions, we can make a difference. We can also extend our support to organizations that are working tirelessly on the ground to provide aid to the people of Gaza. Contributing whatever we can, be it monetary or in-kind donations, can go a long way in alleviating the suffering of the people. These organizations are providing essential services such as food, water, medical aid, and shelter. and our support can help them reach more people. In addition to this, we can use our democratic rights to pressure our local representatives to take action. We can write to them, call them, or even schedule meetings to express our concerns about the crisis in Gaza. We can demand that they condemn the atrocities and push for sanctions against those responsible. It's important to remember that every voice counts, and collective action can lead to significant change. Education is another powerful tool. By educating ourselves about the conflict, its historical context, and its implications, we can better understand the situation and communicate it to others. Staying informed about the latest developments can help us in our advocacy efforts and ensure that our actions are based on accurate and up-to-date information. It may seem like these actions are small, but when they are multiplied by thousands or even millions of people, they can have a significant impact. Each one of us has a role to play in this fight for justice, and every action counts. Remember, awareness is the first step towards change. By spreading the word about the crisis in Gaza, we can help to bring about a brighter future for the people living there. Let us stand together as global citizens and take action, because together we can make a difference.